When you hear risk to reward, the first thing that should come to your mind should simply be the profit and the loss. Now, the risk is simply the amount of losses you're going to take before you get the profit. The profit is the reward. Now, risk to reward is a simple term that is used to size or describe the amount of money you're going to lose versus the amount of money you're going to make. Now, what this means is that if you're willing to lose $100 to make $500, you can instead say, I'm risking 1:5 risk to reward. Or for instance, if you're willing to lose $150 to make $300, you can simply say, I'm risking 1:2 risk to reward. The risk is always 1, and the reward can be 2, 3, 4, or even 5. Now, the major factors that determine how many RR or what your risk to reward will be is the stop loss. If you have a big stop loss, you tend to have a smaller risk to reward. Or if you have a tight stop loss, you tend to have a bigger risk to reward. The other factors like what your loss size is, how much are you willing to lose, and as well your stop loss. How many pip is your stop loss? I'm going to explain more of this on the chat, but before going to the chat, if you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Divine, and what I basically do on the channel is document how I trade, and as well show you the mindset behind my strategy. If you want to see content like this, I want you to subscribe, like, and as well drop a comment. I'll be right back. Now, here on the chat, what I want to really explain for you to understand very well is the 3 factors that means what your risk reward will be. And I explained that those 3 factors are simply your stop loss. That means how many pips is your stop loss? How much are you willing to risk? And lastly, what is your lot size? So we're going to explain that here on the chart now. But before we go into that part, I have to analyze the chart and actually show you a practical example while I'm doing that. Do you understand? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to analyze the chart and come up with a setup that I can apply those 3 factors on. So I'm going to be analyzing USDGPY, and then whatever setup we see or whatever analysis will come out from this, we'll apply these 3 factors to determine what the RR will be or determine what the risk reward will be. And the way I analyze my chart is that I first of all go to the higher time frame and then down to the lower time frame. What I want to do in the higher time frame is to identify key levels and as well mark out my market structures. So first thing, we're going to go to the daily time frame and see what's going on the daily time frame. The pair I'm analyzing here right now is USDJPY. So I'm going to the daily time frame. Now on the daily time frame, we want to understand what the trend is saying. Are we in an uptrend or we're in a downtrend? With our eyes, we can see that we're in an uptrend. But what is the trend saying? We like to use what the trend line is saying to understand what we're going to do. Now, if you mark our trend line out now, you see that clearly we are on an uptrend. So our key levels now are simply this level here and as well this level here. So what I'm going to do now is to go to the 4 hours time frame and understand what is going on between these my key levels here and this my support key level. So I'll switch to the 4 hours time frame and understand the market structure going on in that key levels. Now, if you look closely on these key levels now to this key level, you will see that price is creating series of higher highs and higher lows. But let's use the trend to identify what's going on. Now, clearly speaking, we are seeing that market is in an uptrend here and trend is telling us an uptrend. But if we have to mark out our levels here, our market structure now, we see that price gave us this low and price gave us another high here. Now price gave us this low and this low gave us this high, that is our key level here, and this our high give us this low. so that we are paying attention on what price is doing at this my last low and my last high. So what I'm going to do now is to go to the 1 hour time frame and understand what is going on the 1 hour time frame. But clearly speaking, on the 4 hour time frame, we're in an uptrend and price is creating series of higher highs and higher low. But right here on the 1 hour time frame, what can we clearly see? Now because we are respecting the trend, the daily time frame is still not on an uptrend, the 4 hour time frame is also on an uptrend. Now on the 4 hour time frame, we are seeing that price is engineering liquidity and price is creating, making move to take out liquidity. What I can clearly see is that there's liquidity resting above this area, exactly where my key level is. This is liquidity resting above this area here that price need to take. And as well, there's liquidity resting at this zone here. So this level is a level of liquidity, and as well this level as well is liquidity. So because we're in an uptrend, price will tend to go for the buy side liquidity. So what I'm simply going to do now is to bring my long position. So I'll join the trend or join the market structure. Sorry, that's short. Um, and expect price to come into my zone here and target this buy side liquidity. But first, price have to take out this sell side liquidity here. So what am I expecting price to do is for price to sell down to this my zone here and then give us a buy to this upside. And my stop loss is going to be resting just below this key level here. So this is where I'll be putting my stop loss here. So this is a possible setup for me here on USD GPY. And if you are to apply risk to reward, or if you have to determine our risk to reward, how is it going to be like? Now, if I'm to apply those three factors I explained earlier on this setup now, remember I explained that we will need to apply, we need to understand three factors before we can say, okay, this is a very good risk reward, or maybe this is what the risk reward is. If I'm to explain those three factors if I'm to apply those three factors on this setup now, we simply want to talk about how much are we willing to lose on the setup, what is our stop loss in pips, and lastly, what is our lot size? What lot size are you going to use? Now already we've identified that our stop loss is 49 pips. So I'll write down 49 pips here. Our stop loss is 49 pips. And now let's assume we want to lose only $100 on this account or on this setup. And let's assume we have a $1,000 account and want to risk $100 on this account, on this setup. We write down that we want to risk $100 on this account. Now the third factor is simply our lot size. Now before we talk about lot size, you need to understand the basis of lot size. Lot size is simply what tells us how much every one peak movement is going to worth. For instance, if you use a 0.001 lot size, it simply means that one peak movement is going to worth 10 cents. If you use a 0.02 lot size, it simply means that every one peak movement is going to worth 20 cents. If you use a 0.1 lot size, it simply means that every one peak movement is going to worth $1. If you use a 0.2 lot size, it simply means that every one peak movement is going to worth $2. If you are to continue, if you use 1.0 lot size, it simply means that one peak movement is going to worth $10. Now if you use 2 lot size, it simply means $20. But what is the right lot size to use on this setup? Now I've already know that we want to risk $100, and we already know that our stop loss is 49 pips. Now what we're looking for now is what lot size are we going to use so that if price make 49 pip movement, we are going to lose $100. And now if we use 0.01 lot size, we are very far away from that, because you have to take 1,000 pip movement before you can actually lose $100 if you use 0.0 lot size. Now if you use 0.1 lot size, it simply means I probably have to make 100 pip movement before we can lose $100. And that is not corresponding with what we're looking for. We're looking for a lot size that's going to actually give us $100 loss if we make 49 pips. But if we use 0.2 lot size, it will only take price 50 pip movement for us to lose $100. So the right setup to use, or the right lot size to use on this setup, is simply 0.2 lot size. Now remember, we have seen the lot size, we have seen how much we're going to lose, and we have seen the what's it called, the stop loss in pip. Let me recap and explain this three things I have explained now. What this means, that if I use 0.2 lot size and I have a 49 pip stop loss, if price goes against me, I'm simply going to lose $100. That's what this thing just simply means. Now, what about the take profits? How much are we going to make if price actually go to our take profits? Now, for instance, if we look at this setup now, we can actually tell by calculating the pips, the how many pips is our take profit. But we can simply do that by just simply tapping on this thing. What am I doing? Now we can simply tell what our take profit is, or our target. Our target is simply showing us 172 pips, which simply tells us we're having a 1:3 risk to reward. As you can see here, it's already showing us our risk to reward is 3. That means as we're willing to lose $100 on this setup, we are likely going to make a $300 on the setup, because we have a 1:3 risk to reward. Without even explaining this much of this stuff, it's already self-explanatory on this tool here, because it's showing us our risk to reward. But what I really explain very well, or what I really focus on my explanation, is the loss size we're going to use. We want to use loss size that is equivalent to what you want to lose. For instance, I explained that if you use 0.2 loss size on a 49 pip stop loss, you're going to lose $100. And that's exactly what this setup is all about here. Now, our take profit, or I'll say our risk to reward, is already 3. That means we're likely going to make $300 if we apply this setup, because the ratio us 1:3 risk to reward. We're risking $49 to get 114. We are risking 49 pips to get 172 pips. Now, what this means is that if you calculate 0.2 lot size on 172 pips, you're going to get 300 and for something, $340 dollars. I think this is clear enough for you to understand what I'm trying to explain on this video. But if you're finding it difficult to understand how to calculate lot size, there are apps out there like my FX book that you can just apply how much you're going to lose, put your stop loss and everything, and it's going to give you the right lot size to use. For you to understand risk management, you simply need to understand the right lot size to use, and as well have a good risk to reward. Now, my strategy is already telling me that the risk to reward on this pair is simply 3. 1:3 risk to reward. I think this will be all for this video. If you have any question you want to ask me, you can drop it on the comment section and I'll attend to it. Peace.